These hills were once home to 2 giant Buddhas. Their destruction by the Taliban in 2001, a symbol of Afghanistan's violent past. Decades of war not only destroyed these man-made wonders, but over the years destroyed the area's once pristine natural wonders, as local villagers hunted the wildlife, overfished the lakes, and chopped down the forest to survive. But as the country slowly rebuilds itself, there's new signs of life. I'm Gilri Darabi en route to the Banda Amir National Park, where a dedicated team of local rangers are working hard to convince their communities that protecting the environment is the key to stability. We've made it. Bamiyan town, one step closer to Banda Amir. Banda Amir gained national park status in 2009, making it Afghanistan's first national park. Over the last few years, the park has hired and trained 26 rangers, including Nikbacht and Jahanbeen, a local couple who have invited me over for breakfast.
چند تا چیز براتون آوردم برای صبحانه. برای اینکه هیچ وقت دست خالی نشه. ممنون. خوب هستی؟ خوش آمدید. سلام.
Jahanbeen says the park is visited by thousands of local tourists and pilgrims every year, but foreign tourists are scarce.
وقتی که در رسانه‌ها میشنون که افغانستان مثلا انتحاری، ترور، کشتار، با فکر میکنه کل افغانستان همونطوریه. اینطوری نیست، این استان خیلی امن است.
اینجا بسیار زیباست.
بسیار
امنه. Many families are starting to see the economic benefits of conservation.
این کیه؟ اینو. این دوست شماست؟ Oh my god. منو دوست داره.
In a country where only 16% of women work, Nikbacht is a hero to her family. But it wasn't always like this.
شما پس صبح قبل از که میرین سر کار برای چند نفر باید صبحانه حاضر کنین؟
برای 18 نفر. قبل از یک خانم خانه بودیم. تو وظیفه‌ای نداشتیم. به جز از بچه‌داری.
این اولین کار شماست؟
بله اولین کار ماست.
اول که اومدین از شوهرتون پرسیدین اجازه هست این کارو بگیرم چی گفتن؟
شوهر ما که پرسیدن خوشحال شدیم دیگه. گفتم وظیفه داریم، ما این وظیفه را پیشنهاد داریم که به حساب یک رنجر زنم باید باشه. گفتم وقتی رنجر زن باشه دیگه بهتر از این دیگه چیه؟
ما روز این رنجر زن زیاد باشه چون اینجا جمعیت مردم زیاد میان. توریست 10,000 نفر میان.
After breakfast, it's time to get dressed for work.
خودتون رو میبینین تو این یونیفرم چی فکر میکنین؟ خوشحال هستی؟ خنده گنده دارین؟ مردم وقتی میرن سر کار انقدر خوشحال نیستن. میبینیم. مامان چطور شد؟ خوشگل شد. خیلی خوشگل شد.
Nikbacht has asked me to join her team and meet the rest of the park's female rangers.
Ranger for the day. Just a day, though. Oh, yeah, we look cool.
And now it's time to hit the road. This road into the park was once heavily mined by local militias. Now it's taking us to the park's headquarters, or ranger station, where every morning the team divide up duties between them. The women told me competition to get their jobs was tough. Fatima believes it's their protective natures and persuasive charm that got them in.
ما یک ذره میتونستیم حرف یک جای برسونیم. ما میتونستیم یک نفر گفتیم خواهر زیرا تو از اون بر بری یا مردا از این بر بری میتونستیم این حرف بزنیم.
مردم که قبلا می اومدن اینجا برای شکار، برای ماهیگیری، برای چوب کندن، برای خونه‌شون
ما نمیذاریم. ما که ببینید نمیذاریم.
دیگه نمیشه.
نه.
I asked them how villagers are able to survive if they can no longer access the park for food or firewood.
از توریستا میتونن پول در بیارن.
کسی که گاو داره، ماست میفروشه، کسی که اتاق داره، اتاق خود کرایه میده، غذای تمیز درست میکنه برایش میده. اینطوری.
The female rangers mainly work with visitors in the park.
It looks like we've got our first tourist of the day just coming up the path. We're going to greet them, welcome them to Banda Amir National Park, and, let them know that we're keeping an eye on them. سلام، خوب هستین؟ بفرمایید. خوش آمدین. خوش آمدین.
And then it's off for litter duty. Changing Afghan visitor attitudes to conservation can be challenging.
The rangers are pretty suspicious of the group of people that came down that hill and set up on the other side of the lake. So we're actually going to get across by pedal boat to see exactly what's going on.
Disposing of rubbish is still a major issue here, but these ladies are determined.
خوب هستین؟ سلام. خوش آمد. چه روز خوبیه برای پیکنیک؟
It took some negotiation, but eventually the picnickers agreed to clean up after themselves.
Two of our rangers, Sadiqa and Cobra, have been kind enough to take me off on a little nature walk, just to teach me about the area and where they've been learning about for the past 2 years.
Management of the park is a joint effort between the Afghan government and the Wildlife Conservation Society, a global organization who have given them training in environmental protection.
این چیه؟
مثل این بسرق بوده.
That smells amazing.
این برای مریضی فشار کسی که فشار بالا داره اینو مثل چای دم میکنه.
The women tell me having a job has impacted on their traditional roles in the family.
الان خیلی خوب شده دیگه این کار داریم هم یک کمک خرج برای شوهرامون میشه برای خودمون میشه دیگه هم با مردم رفت آمد داریم.
مردمای محل ما هم افتخار داره که خدا رو شکر بنده امیر حالی که بنگری لنجر زن داره. گاه موقعی که بود وای زن که کسی درس بخونه.
قدیما فکرشون
بود زایدن بود.
واقعا خیلی خوبه یه زن جامعه افغانستان کار کنه.
شما هم اولین رنجر هستین تو این کشور.
These fragile mineral-rich lakes were once the site of destructive fishing practices, like the use of hand grenades, which is hard to imagine considering most Afghans feel they have healing properties.
I really just hope that the whole world gets to know about Banda Amir National Park. This, honestly, is one of the most beautiful places I've ever laid eyes upon. I hope everybody gets to find out about it.
The next morning, I travel with the wildlife tracking team, who are constantly monitoring the animals in the area. We set up a camera trap to see if the elusive and endangered Persian leopard has been crossing these paths.
So we got to make sure we shield this camera trap from the sun. This is going to be here from 2-3 months, and the sun might really affect it. So we're going to test out the camera trap that we just set up. I'm going to pretend to be a leopard and walk across the path that we've identified and see if it captures my image. خوبه؟
حالا هر چیز از این دیتیل‌ها
بله. این میگیره. پس الان داره هی از ما عکس میگیره. Okay.
And it captures images like this. Or even this. These poachers didn't realize they were caught on film. The rangers hope this footage will one day be used as evidence in court.
We're going to take coordinates of our location using a GPS, just so they can remember where they put this. Right now we're at 2,908 meters above sea level. چی می‌بینید؟
The park takes a strong stand on not arming their rangers. Often rangers know the local villagers breaking the rules.
They work very closely with the local police. So if the situation is one that they can't handle, if there's a large group of poachers coming with guns, they can collaborate together to stop them.
The government hopes the park will become a top tourist destination in Central Asia. There's still a long way to go changing Afghan attitudes towards nature. But after a morning spent on a weekly cleanup, it seems to me the future of the park is in good hands. It may not have been the goal from the very start, but by implementing a conservation plan in this untouched setting, things like opportunities for women and security have flourished in this country that's desperate for a new start.